If KFC using Tyson chicken didn't already throw you off, which if you want me to take you down that rabbit hole in the billions of gallons of wastewater that's in our waterways, then I gladly can. But KFC made a new commercial, if you didn't know, where they take a giant golden egg and sit it in front of a steaming lake of gravy, and then proceed to take a live human being and dip him into this steaming lake of hot gravy, literally turning him into a fried piece of chicken. Now, you might think something like that is funny until you realize what whistleblowers have been saying for years now. And no, I don't mean KFC employees. Why do you think they get sick when they eat shit like this, especially fast food? Do keep in mind, fast food restaurants like Chick-fil-A as well also use Tyson chicken. But who doesn't love God's chicken, right? You really think that they have enough chicken around the entire world to be able to constantly provide that to the public, especially in fast food? Why do you think that they've been talking about all this synthetic shit? It might seem dark to you until you dig just a little bit deeper, especially into who actually owns KFC.
Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to the channel. Y'all, let's figure this out, because this new KFC commercial is something off about it, and the internet is freaking out. I mean, in shambles. I saw it and I was like, what the hell? So I had to bring this to you immediately, because I don't know when this commercial came out, but I know I just saw it and I don't like it. So some people kind of think it's just like a new creepy ad trend, and most people think there's hidden symbolism referencing cannibalism, and that's what it's looking like to me. So let me know what y'all think about that in the comment section, and let's get into the clip.
And Taco Bell. Shit, even Pizza Hut, which is a company named Yum Brands. And I could dive really deep into the incarceration controversy if anybody wants me to, like I did a little under a year ago. But I might just have to post that video somewhere other than TikTok, because if I post a lot of the shit with which I'm choosing to expose, I might just get banned again. But it'll make you really question why you even eat fast food to begin with. Eat healthy, people. Get your own chickens and grow your own motherfucking food. Invest in yourself. Because soon, well, I probably can't say that, but I'm sure you get the point.
KFC came out with this new commercial, and in this commercial, I'm going to point out some things that made this commercial very demonic, and a reason why people need to open up their eyes to what is happening within these companies. Here in this video, you have a young man walking through the woods, and as he is walking through the woods, he sees a chicken and they begin to stare at each other. A young woman then comes out of nowhere, and then you see this young girl leads this guy into what appears to be some type of ritual or ceremony. They then form a circle around these two. What you see next is these two begin to levitate off of the ground. Now in the next scene, you see a group of them carrying a gold egg, and they begin to carry it towards a river. Now, when they get to the river, you see the young boy being picked up and carried by the woman into the water. But it wasn't water, it was gravy. She dipped him into the water as if he was being baptized. And when he came up, he appeared to be chicken. Now, this is what makes this demonic, because if you was not aware that this was a KFC commercial, you would have easily thought that this was some type of ritual. Many have said that this symbolizes a baptism. But what I would say is, it is so important to be careful of where you are eating from, who you are giving your money to, because you don't know the gods that these companies are serving. You don't know what sacrifices or what rituals they are doing. This commercial that they made is very obvious of the point that they're trying to make. Be very careful.
So the KFC commercial that came out recently where the human is being dunked in gravy and turned into a chicken, well, that's actually part 2 of their commercial series. Their whole Believe in Chicken campaign. This is part 1. It came out in June of last year and is still pretty creepy. Everything looks like it's glitching, and they're talking about how like AI has taken over everything and what's real. There's a fox, I don't know what that's about. You can see this headline, that's weird. And then everybody starts doing Thriller, like a chicken version of Thriller. So I guess they're zombies? I'm confused. Maybe AI has turned us all into zombies. I don't know. What do you think? This is weird. Granted, not as weird as part 2, but still weird. And then the zombies circle around a chicken. And I guess now they're all worshiping this chicken. In no way, shape, or form does this make me want to eat fried chicken. Like, I'm really confused at what KFC is trying to do. I mean, I guess we are talking about it, but I don't want your chicken.
If this is really just marketing, KFC, you need to fire your marketing division, because this is out of line. Like, you have people actually wondering what y'all have in y'all food. So y'all are not bringing in customers, you're losing them. Fire that department immediately. And or y'all need to go out of business if y'all really doing this crazy shit.
There was a shipping container that recently showed up on the shore in Jamaica. I have family in Jamaica. And for everybody else who has family in Jamaica or anyone out there vacationing, I do not recommend anyone eat that meat. Nothing is free. So if you've seen the video go viral recently in the last 24 hours and you know someone, please encourage them, do not eat that meat out of the shipping container. We have had many stories over the last few years related to shipping containers. And for whatever reason, this one not only showed up, but was easy to open. That is a red flag.
I went down that KFC rabbit hole, and let me tell you this. If this video don't stop you from stuffing your face with their finger-licking chicken, nothing will. So y'all remember KFC's full name was Kentucky Fried Chicken, but they changed it in 1991. Now the question is, why did they change it? Well, let's just say this. When you look it up on Google, they're not trying to tell you the right thing, but I remember. And shout out to one of these creators for refreshing my memory. So in 1991, Kentucky Fried Chicken had to change its name to KFC because they weren't selling chicken. You heard me, right? Now, if you look it up on Google, Google will say they changed their name because they didn't want people hanging on the word fried. But that's bullshit. And let's say allegedly, because we know how TikTok get. So again, they had to change that name because they wasn't able to call it Kentucky Fried Chicken because they wasn't selling chicken. So now, when you look at that and you ask yourself, what were they selling? No, really, what were they selling if they wasn't selling chicken? Now, you see the video about KFC that I dropped yesterday. Guy is walking in gravy. Guy dips another guy in gravy, and this guy turns into chicken. Yeah, you heard me, chicken. And again, you have to ask yourself, what the hell does dipping a person in gravy have to do with fried chicken? They're telling you something without telling you something. What are they really cooking? Now, again, I'm not saying anything. All I'm doing is just pointing you in the right direction. What did that have to do with fried chicken? Is that really fried chicken? I'm out.
Someone is seen dipping a literal human being in what looks like gravy and frying them up, turning them into a piece of chicken. Hey, please tell me that y'all have seen the new KFC commercial. Now, there's always a conspiracy out there that we gotta be careful what we eat in these fast food places because we could be engaging in one another. If you know, you know. Now, the new KFC commercial is saying just that, or alluding to just that. Into human made to a whole new level.
KFC just came out with the most demonic, right in your face commercial that I have ever seen on TV. Before we get into the tea, guys, make sure you follow my backup TikTok and my YouTube just in case this one gets banned. Y'all cannot tell me that was not giving cult. All of them wearing the same thing in the woods going to this magical water. Like, the whole thing, it gave not only a copy of baptism. Y'all already know that once you're baptized, you come out new. And that should tell you exactly what you need to know. They're literally telling you that the more you consume this chicken, the more you consume the preservatives, all the nasty things they are pumping through your veins, the more different you're going to become. There is a saying that says, if you don't eat your food as medicine now, in the future, you will eat medicine for food. Even if you don't want to think of this on a spiritual level, stop consuming fast food on the regular at all if you can. But I don't want to be a hypocrite. I still consume it here and there, but I'm trying to stop because they don't want the best for you. Like, they're literally showing you, once they partnered, what was that, Popeyes partnering with Don Julio? I already knew. They are trying to keep you in a state of unknowing, a state of spiritually unalert. The brain fog, the grogginess, the depression, it all comes from what we consume into our bodies. Our bodies are temples. Anyway, y'all, as always, make sure you like and follow and comment down below what you think.
And another thing about this KFC commercial, why does it look ritualistic as fuck? Like, the very first thing that came to my mind when I watched that video or that commercial was that it looks just like a baptism. And yes, baptism is a ritual, because I feel like sometimes people hear the word ritual and they put a bad connotation on it. Baptism is a form of a ritual. And something else that I just kept looking at in this commercial was that damn golden egg. Like, there's this big ass golden egg in the background, and there's a group of people picking it up, dropping it, picking it up, dropping it. And obviously at first glance you're like, okay, egg, chicken, makes sense, right? No. So I decided to look up the spiritual meaning of golden egg. Spiritually, a golden egg symbolizes the origin of birth, creation, purity. Baptism is a symbol of purity and spiritual cleansing. Now, one last thing that really stuck out to me was that believe in meat in big, bright, bold red letters. So I decided to look up the etymology of the word believe. And it states, to be persuaded of the truth, credit upon grounds of authority without complete demonstration. You accept to be true. You accept as true. And if you don't even want to go too deep into it, just look at that word, believe. There's a big fat lie right in the middle. One thing about a lot of these companies, commercials and stuff like that, they put the truth in plain sight. And it's like, if you don't have the eyes to decipher, you're just gonna be asleep, man. This stuff is crazy. Why do y'all have a commercial that y'all are dipping a human being into grease and he turns into a chicken tender? Like, this just doesn't make sense. What does this have to do with chicken? The whole commercial is really 2 minutes long, and if you watch it, it's honestly kind of crazy. What does this have to do with chicken? Why is this a commercial for KFC? Like, seriously.
So KFC is trying to tell us the truth about what we eating without telling us the truth about what we eating. So KFC put out a new ad, and in this new ad, let's just say it's a whole bunch of shit that don't got nothing to do with eating chicken. And for lack of a better words, in that video, it looks like they're saying that they've been feeding us people and not chicken. Matter of fact, look at this shit. This ain't even a whole commercial. The whole commercial is crazier than this. Look at this shit. So what this mean right here? And the chicken. Where the hell is all of this chicken coming from? What I'll say is this. These people have a way of letting us know what's going on without letting us know what's going on. And that commercial, ad, or whatever you want to call it, just told me everything that I needed to know. See, this is the reason why I don't really like to eat fast food right now. And I'm not telling you to stop eating fast food. You can do what you want. The only thing I'm asking is, how many pieces of chicken do KFC sell in a day? And once y'all tell me that, then we'll understand what's going on over there. These people are selling what? Look at that ad again. Tell me what you think that ad is saying, because that ad is speaking volumes.
Don't drop down to get your eagle on into the comment section. Please let me know your thoughts, like, share, and don't forget to subscribe. You know you want to do it. Go ahead and do it for your girl. I'm trying to get to my 3K and I need your help. And don't be scared to leave a comment. You might see it in the next video.